And just like that, we are back on Rrari Talk podcast. Rrari is here hanging out, catching up after 2 years from the first time she was here. Hit that 100K mark quick.
I did. I was not fucking around.
How does that feel to look at your bank account and just not have to like worry I'm good. Like I'm not worried about bills. Like everything's taken care of. Like How does that feel? Like to just look at your bank account like look.
It feels good. It feels good.
Yeah.
It's just like what I be saying is just weird because I was so thirsty to make 100,000. Then when I made it, I was like, okay, what's next? Like, okay, that was cool, but this is what
your motor never stops.
I know.
Man.
I be having to tell myself, like, girl, you gotta celebrate. You know, like, that's a big deal. Like, when I made it, I just made a post, like, hey, y'all, I made it. I hit the go. Like, I didn't even, like, I'm like, fuck that. I should have went crazy. But I just was like, damn, I did it. Because the thing was, I was trying to make 100,000 before December 31st. Because I wanted to be in 2020.
I got you.
But I ended up hitting the actual 100,000 mark, like, January 9th or something like that. So it was like,
okay.
fuck.
Yeah.
So I was a little salty at first. And then I was like, no, fuck that. I still made 100,000 in a year. So it was from January 9th to January 9th that I made 100,000. I wanted it to be January 1st. That was just me in my own head, you know? But it does feel good. It's very comfortable. That's what I can say. I do feel comfortable. But I don't feel like I'm rich. I want to feel rich. I want to feel like I'm good, but I can go buy whatever I want. It's just comfortable.
Comfortable.
It's comfortable.
Comfortable. So I'm guessing like every year you're just trying to just top.
I'm going after 1 million now. That's where my mind is at.
I knew it. I fucking knew it.
That's where I'm at because I feel like when you put because I think that's where I went wrong. I think I could have made more than 100,000.
Really?
But
how so?
I told myself, okay, I need to make 100,000. So that means that's about 300 a day. So once I made 300, it was cool. Okay, cool. I hit my goal for today. Versus like when you don't have a specific amount, you just go as hard as you can. So that's the mindset that I want to have. So I'm just like, I'm not putting a limit on this shit this time. I'm just going full force, and I'm gonna get the results I get. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's working, and I can tell. Like, yeah, bitch, you should have been.
Right.
But it was a learning. It's a process.
Yeah. Are you the? Yeah, I don't think I asked you this last time. Are you the only one in your family to accomplish what you accomplished? As far as like, are you like the lone sheep? Like.
Yeah. I mean that I know honestly. I don't really know any like entrepreneurs that hit six figures off of their business. Yeah. I don't. We have people in our family that have their own businesses. Like we have a lot of entrepreneurs, but I don't feel like as far as how my business is growing. And at my age, no. But I do have a younger brother. And he on the right track. Like he just graduated this year. He does clothes.
Okay.
And he's been doing that, I want to say about 2 years. My dad used to do it and he kind of taught him how to do it. But his clothing line is called 1K Clothing.
Shout out to 1K Clothing.
He's on a great track. Nice. I see him being right behind me. That's like right there. And I'm going to be like, yeah. That's hard. And I make sure to stay on him. I'll be like, yeah. You can't let up. Like, he want to be rich by 21. And if he keep doing what he doing, he will.
That's dope.
And I know that I know he watching me. Like I know it. I'm like, you paying attention.
Yeah, you know? That's good.
So that's a good thing to see. It's a good thing to see. Yeah. I definitely can tell I'm changing. You know, I'm breaking that curse, and it's a good feeling.
Yeah, that's definitely a good feeling. You know, impacting the family in a positive way.
Yeah,
that's dope. All right, so let's talk about Rrari the coach. This business strategy thing that you're doing. So where, like you kind of touched on it a little bit earlier, like when you were doing the whole hairstyle thing, the wig thing, people were asking you, questions. You was like, fuck it, let me just start coaching. Like everybody got 101 questions. Let me just.
I gotta charge off of this.
Yeah. Right. So talk about that and how's that been for you, like coaching people?
I love it. First off, let me say that. It's definitely the best decision that I could have made, business-wise, yes.
To me, it sounds like it would be frustrating. Because here's my thing. I think people wouldn't listen. Like, they will probably... Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. And I'm going to let you finish it. What I would assume happens, I'm putting myself in like your shoes. Like, if I was a coach or someone who's in it, let's say, for example, okay, podcasting. Someone comes to me for like podcasting and they want to learn how to podcast or whatever. You're coming to me for a service. You're paying me to teach you this. Mm-hmm. Everything I'm telling you, you have to do. Now when you don't do what I say and you go out there, and now you look at me and point the finger at me.
Because you didn't.
Right. So that's how I assume
it would be.
Yeah.
And it is.
Well, Rrari, it's not working.
Right.
I tried. Rrari. Like, I try to do what you did. Just say it happening fast enough. People want the instant, fast results.
I think that the thing about me is that I'm very honest. I'm very blunt. I'm very,
So you hurt people's feelings.
If I have to. You know what I'm saying? What I do is
no
before I even come but I'm so it works. People come to me and already know the kind of person I am. They know that if you come to me, be ready to work. I stress that, really. I really stress it, like, and I put a price on it that I know you only gonna pay this when you're ready to work. That's kind of the way that I took it, because I'm like, if I do coaching for $50, anybody got $50. So you have to price, you know, to who you want to work with. I don't want to work with people that I'm gonna keep telling you stuff and you're just not gonna do it.
It's aggressive pricing.
Exactly, and that's what I say. Did it is setting my price to my audience. I knew that okay, you only gonna pay $300, $400, $500 if you really want your business to go.
But that's crazy though. That's good in a sense too, because then like you're weeding out the people who are serious about it. Because if I'm gonna put up $300, $400, $500 for this coaching course, or
I'm ready to work.
Yeah, like that's $500.
Exactly.
I gotta make
nobody
that.
about to pay that and then just say fuck it. I'm just
Right.
No.
Yeah, that's some people's rent, a car payment, or something like.
So you want to know? You gonna listen? You know what I'm saying? And that's what they do. And realistically, I can't say that's what helped me. Is I set my coaching. So when I first started, I did start off cheap. So so when I first started doing it, the way that I did it is because I did want to be prepared, because even though this worked for my business, it don't mean it's gonna work for everybody else. You know, I knew how to make my business make $100,000. I don't know all these different businesses. So what I did was, and this is why I said that I did kind of plan this out, because I took my time this time. So with Rrari's Trap, I ain't gonna lie, I just was like, fuck it, I want a business. I was figuring it out as I went. But I really took my time. So my coaching, that business is with Trap Academy.
Trap Academy. There we go.
So with Trap Academy, I knew, like, no, when I do this, I'm going to do this right. You know, everything that I've learned from Rrari's Trap, I'm bringing that to Trap Academy, and I'm doing it right, because people want to see results. And if this is going to be an online school, I can't have a school if I can't show y'all that what I do work.
That's right.
So my strategy was, what I did was I did a 30-day class where it was about 7 girls, and they paid me for a full month of coaching. I only charged $150 for it. And what I did was I met with them once a week on like a Zoom call. And we just discussed different business things. I gave them homework. It was just really, I was kind of testing myself out. But I was teaching them the things that I did. And I'm like, okay, now I want y'all to do this so I can see if it worked for y'all business too, you know?
Yeah.
Some of them applied it, some of them didn't. You know, some people was kind of just doing it so they can apply it later. You know, everybody was, they didn't take me as serious. I wasn't really a coach yet. I was just like a person that's saying, hey, y'all want some business help? You know? But I did set that expectation, like, hey, y'all, I'm about to start coaching. My first group is going to be a group class. You know, so I set the expectation to let them know, like, this is my first approach at this. But it turned out really good. Yeah. So what I did was the homework. So I was giving them weekly homework. Wow. I would just email it to them. I would just make questions based on what we talked about in the Zoom class. And I would just send it to them through email. Then
how many questions would it be? Like a whole like 10, 20?
It was nice. It was quizzes. So I had like it was homework, then fill in the blank, and then I had quizzes to quiz them. So I was really, now I'd be like, wow, I didn't realize how much work I was putting into it, but I was like, what the fuck? Like I was really, like, I had a whole class. So when I did that, I took the homework and I made it into a workbook. So now I'm like, okay, everything I just taught them, now I'm going to sell it to everybody. So I can show them, like, this helped their business, so y'all want this? And I actually made that into a hard copy, so I got that published. So people love something they can write in. So I actually got like a book that's published. And once I sold that and people filled it out and they got their results off of that, that's when I said, okay, y'all, now I'm going to offer one-on-one coaching. And I did that for the whole, I announced that I was done doing hair December 31st. I'm like, December 31st, I'm not taking any more appointments. Like, because I was still doing
hair
wigs.
Clients was.
I just announced it like, look, y'all.
You out here hurting people.
I slowed down anyways.
That's a relationship. You just cut off like stylist and client relation. That shit is like.
I still make, but it worked.
That hurts.
I was.
That's a breakup.
A little bit.
That's a breakup.
Some of them probably still salty at me right now, but I still make their wigs. I do. Install them. At first, I was still like, I had my son. So after I had him, it was like I was on maternity leave, so I kind of drugged that out. It was like, I'm taking time with my son. I'm taking time. I kept like stretching it out. Then people were like, okay, you gonna do my hair, right? And then I let them come. But I was only taking my I'm only taking regulars, no new clients. So I kind of weeded it out. I didn't take new clients. So then I started letting my regulars know, like, hey, this about to be it, you know? And they was just like, they was all cool. From
really?
They might even talk shit on the back end.
Oh, I say ain't no way in the hell.
Some of them still like, okay, right now. They still be messaging me like, oh my God, I'm going through it.
Right.
I be trying to like refer them to people, but it's just, I don't know.
But you
I had to grow.
Right. Like, but you with your style and ability, like you got right.
I did.
You nice with that shit.
And I still be trying to do wigs, but it ain't working.
What ain't working?
It ain't
That's
working.
your shit. That's your expertise.
I think the problem, this is the problem.
Okay.
Is that I make easy money now. Like, I make fast money. So, like, I gotta sit down. I gotta stop. And I'm like, I've been trying not to think like that.
There's no motivation for it.
It's kind of just like, I do it when I feel I enjoy doing it. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make a wig. And then, like, I spent like $700, like $1,000 on hair. And I just never made the wig. I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, what am I doing? I thought if I bought the hair, it was gonna make me make the wig. Shit, it was just at the basement. I had to make my own wigs, wear them for my photo shoots. I'm like, okay, my passion is really like.
All right. So your passion for that just pretty much faded away.
Realistically, I only was doing hair. I just like enjoy helping people. Like, I enjoy making people, like, just helping people. Yeah. And like, that was what I was good at, so that's what I was doing. Yeah. Now I just feel like, as a coach, seeing people's businesses like grow, that's a different level of making somebody's hair look good. You know, like now I'm helping people's families. Like, I'm putting food in people's families. You know, my kids, not like, I'm helping people business. Like, it's a different level when you can see, like, damn, somebody's sending you their website. Like, look how much money I made this week.
This is greater than hair.
Way better than all. You look good. Your ass is like. So I just feel like my purpose just kind of changed, and I have a bigger purpose now. So.
Trap Academy.
I love it too.
Right. Where, so people who listening real quick, we're not going to take a break yet. How can they contact you through Trap Academy if they want to get the course?
It's just Trap Academy _. Just straight through Trap Academy _.
So, like, is there a applying process, or like how like do they just hit you like? Hey,
so I actually have a website.
Is it deadlines and shit? Like
it is for certain things. So it's kind of like the way that I did it is, so my online school. The reason why I did the one-on-one coaching. I did that for 6 months. Yeah. But what I realized is that it gets overwhelming when I'm trying to help so many businesses for a full month. Like, you know, like my first time I had like 10 businesses. So you think about that, that's 10 businesses. I have to give them an hour. Like, it just was a lot. It was overwhelming. And then the bigger my platform got, the more people want me to coach them. So it's like, shit, I got my own business to run. So that's what made me come up with Drop Academy. So now most of my classes are like pre-recorded. So it's like they can work at their own pace, and then they meet with me weekly once, like on Zoom.
Gotcha.
So I have them set up like deadlines, like you just said. So for the classes that's going to have me once a week for Zoom, those have deadlines because you got to be there 4 weeks in a row. Right. You know what I'm saying? Or 8 weeks, however I decide to do them. So I did just launch it in June. So my first class that I'm actually about to launch here in July is a master class. And you got to have some money for this.
Ooh. Give us the price tag.
This class is $14.99, so $1,499. But I do have payment plans on my website.
I want to say, okay.
I got some payment plans on there.
You can work with them.
Pay between like $200 to $300 every 2 weeks.
$200 to $300 every 2 weeks.
If you apply what I teach you, that'd be nothing.
So give them a sneak peek for the people who are probably listening there, like, oh,
right.
What can they expect from? Without giving everything away, obviously,
right.
What can they expect? Like, okay, I'm going to invest $1,400. What can I expect to gain from this master class? Give them a little insight. Without giving the whole shit.
Right, I'll just cover because it's the 6 modules, so 6 different portions to the class.
Yeah.
So we'll cover, creating your brand. So I'll teach you how to come up with your logo, how you pick your colors for your brand, how you pick your mission statement, basically a business plan. So the first section is creating your business plan. The second section is, I don't know, I'm in order, so I'm just saying. One of them is protecting your brand. So just all the legal work for your business. Because a lot of people don't really tap into that. They start these businesses and have no idea. Yeah. Next thing you know, you owe all these taxes. So we're going to do protecting. So it's building the brand, protecting the brand. Passive income. So I'm going to tap into passive income. That's how you're going to hit those large numbers. That's how you make a lot of money. It's passive income. You don't want to work for everything.
Yeah.
What's the other ones on there? Personal development. That's a big portion of anything that I teach. Because, like you said when I came here, you look different. Yeah, I feel different too. You know what I'm saying? I've been working on me. Like, you really got to work on you. A lot of business owners don't really work on themselves. They so tapped into their business that they don't realize you need to grow too. Like, your audience want to see that you're growing, and that's what attracts them to you. They're like, damn, she cussed that customer out. She handled this customer a little bit different. People want to see that growth. So personal development. I can't remember the last two, but all the different aspects of your business. Just everything that you need to know about your business. Literally mastering your business from start to finish.
That's dope.
It's everything that I personally feel like you need to know in order to have a business and run it effectively.
True master class.
Real master class.
That's hard.
It's dope. You get PowerPoints, you get workbooks, you get homework. I come hard when I come.
Yeah. That's dope. Before we take a quick break, leaving the 9-to-5 grind, I want to talk to you about that because you were able to do that at a fairly young age that most people don't get the opportunity or the luxury to do. Because now I think, like, with our generation, with millennials, we are very entrepreneur minded.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, fuck this 9-to-5 bullshit. I got ideas. Yeah. Like, I got a talent. I got something like you say, like your younger brother, like tapping into the merchandise and selling clothes like at a young age. Yeah. Like people, they ain't trying to work for nobody.
In a whole different generation. I was like, nah, I ain't doing that.
Well,
for me,
what would you say is like attributes to, like, for you, but also like how people can, I guess, like also like realize that it's real. You can leave your 9-to-5
absolutely,
and not have to go back to that shit if you grind hard, work hard enough.
And not even back, right?
Yeah, it's a scary thing.
It's scary.
It's a level. It's comfort. Hey, shit. Got this healthcare. Do my job or whatever.
That'd be the main thing. Like, what about insurance?
Insurance, healthcare, all that shit.
Yeah, healthcare.
Because now you pay for that shit out of pocket.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The main thing it's just knowing why you're doing it. Like you, for real, you just have to really want it. Like people say they want a business, it has to be bigger than money. And I tell everybody that. It has to be bigger than money. We all want money, but you can go to a 9 to 5 for money. You know what I'm saying? So you always gonna feel like if you're not really focused on your business and your purpose behind your business, in the back of your mind, you gonna think like, I can just get a job at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I literally can't get a 9 to 5. Like when I say I can't get a 9 to 5, like I don't know. I think I would be so bad at it. Like, I would just be like,
you don't think you could do a 9 to 5 job?
And like I remember I was just having this conversation with one of my homegirls a few months ago, and she like, you really want to say that you never worked again and you only 26? Yes. And realistically it's 23 because I stopped at 23, but yeah, that's exactly what I want to say. Like she just is like, you know, like I don't know, it's like in her mind, but that's just, you know, what our parents told us, you know. But for me, you just have to really know your purpose, and you gotta, it just gotta be bigger than money. You have to know why you really doing it. Who are you really doing it for, you know? And realistic, for me, a 9 to 5 is just not it. You're not gonna make the amount of money that you're not meant to be a worker. I hate to say that. I don't like, okay, we need workers. So I hate really saying that. Because business can't run without a worker. So everybody's not meant to be a business owner. But that one moment that you get that thought in your mind, like, oh, I could do this, then you probably can really do that. You know what I'm saying? You 9 times out of 10 can really do that. And you just gotta tap into it. You have to stay consistent. You gotta figure out what it is you're doing, how you gonna do it, really create a plan. A lot of people start a business without a plan. And I just tapped into that. I got an ebook that's dropping tonight. Hey. 20 must-haves for all business owners. Nice. I'm dropping that tonight. And when I was typing the section today about, what was it about? I think it was about email marketing. I don't know what it was, but I was saying that people, what was it about? I think it was about, I don't know which section of the book it is, but I just like, people don't really make business plans. People just don't create business plans now. Oh, it was the mission statement. You really do. When you create a business, you need to know your mission statement, because that's what you're going to always tap back into. That's your real mission for your business, right? But people don't even know what a mission statement is now, because we just got so many, it's this generation. We just like, oh, we just going to start a business. Yeah. As long as I got a name, a logo, and a product, I can sell it. Right. But no, you need to have strategy behind it, because everybody sells what you sell. Like 9 times, unless you got something very unique. Yeah. Like me, I knew I sold wigs. Everybody sold wigs. Yeah. But my audience was attracted to me. Me.
Yeah. We talked about that the first episode.
Yeah, it's people that it's artists that's way better than me, and I know it. Yeah. And I share they shit to my audience comfortably, because I know that my audience gonna look at they shit and send it to me and say, "Hey, can you do this for me?" They're not gonna say, "Oh, let me go order it from them," because they're loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? So
there's no intimidation.
It's no intimidation. So you know, you just gotta know your audience. But yeah, you need that plan. You need to really put a strategy behind it. Because once you really put a strategy behind it, now you got something to follow. You actually have something like, okay, cool, I need to do this many times a week. I need to do this. That's what keeps me afloat, is a strategy. Yeah. And that's what business owners need to do before they start. It's a strategy.
Should we just call you Rrari the Coach from now on?
That's what I am.
For now on, we just address her as Rrari the Coach. Hey man, that's important gems right there.
It is.
It's possible to leave that 9 to 5 grind, man.
Get the fuck out of there. Because you just really got to think about it. Like, you're gonna be there 8 hours. Yeah. Like, and now let me say this though. Sometimes you need that 9 to 5 though. You got to know when you're ready to quit your 9 to 5, right? Yeah.
Don't just quit without no plan.
You can't just quit your 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Like me, I've had my business for 3 years, but my man, he just quit his job a few months ago.
Wow.
And it was times where when my business wasn't performing, I needed that paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we got to be realistic when you're ready. Like, although I say everybody ain't meant to be a worker, maybe you need to work for about 30 years first and then be an entrepreneur. Everybody different, because that's where that personal development comes in. You know what I'm saying? You got to be mentally ready to run a business. Yeah. I don't think 2 years ago that I would have been comfortable with him quitting his job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We had to grow. I think he needed to watch me run my business and understand, like, okay, I see this, you know, and now he's like, all right, let's do this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, you got to know when. Yeah. You definitely got to know when you can quit your job. Yeah. But don't wait forever. People think, You can't wait forever.
Right.
You gotta make a plan.
Yeah. Get moving on it.
Yeah. Get out of there.
Right. We're going to take one more break. We got about 2 more things to hit up on. We're going to come back and hit the rest of those things. We're going to wrap it up. Mm-hmm. Rrari's been gracious with her time on a Thursday.
Good Thursday.
blocked out some time for the boy.
I did. Yeah, I was ready this morning too. Like, okay,
let them know again where they can contact you, follow you, if they want to get the master course that's going to be dropping, all that stuff, Trap Academy. Then we're going to come back. We're going to talk about 360 Wealth and a little bit more stuff. So go ahead and plug away.
Sounds good. So guys, you can tap into me, my personality, my family, my cooking, all of that at Rrari_2 times. I give you a good time. I promise you that. Then you got my online school, which is Trap Academy _. That's my teaching business, everything about business, and then 360 Wealth _ as well. And that is my amazing team of women that's working on becoming the best version of themselves.
Nice.
Getting fine.
Yeah, we're going to come back and talk about that. This transformation.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about.
It's Cloth Talk Podcast. Don't go nowhere. We're chilling here with Rrari. Subscribe, like, drop a comment, and we'll be right back.
It was a beautiful struggle. Had to go give me some paper. I'd rather die than be broke. Send me to me with my maker. Money, my bitch, I'm a chaser. Designer no less when I lace her. Together forever, won't break her. Go get a sack when I wake up. Keep something loaded for takers. Yeah, I'm familiar with haters. These niggas be plotting and scheming. These bitches be broken, they basic. I'm tryna step me some blues. Honey with Benjamin faces. Nobody know about the cases. I'm smoking gas by the acre. I ball like I play for the Lakers. The reason your hoe never faithful. The Lord that I'm grateful. That's why they mad and they hateful. I'm mad and I'm up and they down. Not in the same situation. I'm talking money, you not. That ain't the same information. You niggas acting like ladies. You niggas crying like babies. I'm all about the cash money. I'ma need mine like I'm baby. 100 like a bill. I'ma be there till I made it. Cash. Gotta say, rubber gum middle grade, pink slip drive away. I put Texas on the place. Frankenstein, how I came alive, so it's all beside granny front door. Word is, I was done for till I done more. Big that hard floor, courtside on that front row. Crayola box when I roll up, blue haze in that blunt smack. She wanna play for the team, I put a jersey on her. I had to follow my dreams. Mix it all up with the soda. I'm also with the money. Stone, Pac-Man, yellow. Nintendo shit is levels. Olympic with the gold medals. But they don't really talk never. All this gold on the dresser. Looking like buried treasure. In the city, I'm a legend. Yeah.
All right, just like that, we are back right here on Cloth Talk Podcast. Rrari's still here. I say here, like
right.
Here. Rrari is still. Oh no, wait. Let me correct that. Rrari the coach.
That's right. Rrari the coach.
Yeah, we're gonna move with that forward, or from going forward now. Rrari the coach is still here, hanging out, dropping some good gems on this entrepreneurial game. All these entities she's created and involved with. From the Breeze Trap 2.8, Trap Academy, 360 Wealth, which we're about to talk about she's about to drop this master course.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you giving away the game.
I am.
You
only to the people that really want it.
That's right.
You gotta show me you really want it.
Right.
Like, I got it. I'm definitely here to get it to you.
Exactly. Okay, so 360 Wealth. So from 2 years ago, when I seen you today, I was like, you look different.
Right.
You are transforming. You transform, like you lost weight. You're looking good. You're looking slimmer. So what started before we get to 360 Wealth? What got you into the whole wellness thing?
My second son.
No, like this weight got to go.
So really, what's crazy is before I got pregnant with my first son, so before I ever became a mother,
yes,
I was actually working out like every day. So like it was like when I got to like the exact body I wanted, I got pregnant. Like right when I was like, okay, yeah, this lit. Like I got pregnant, so I was just like,
dresses is fitting the way I wanted them to
right.
fit. Shirts is falling right.
I was like, what the fuck? But I was okay because we planned my son, so it was cool. But after I had him, I actually gained a lot of weight. So like I had just got big. And I didn't really realize it, honestly, until like when I really got to where I was like, okay, no, bitch, you gained too much weight. Like I had tried something. I went to Cali with my friends. Like we went on vacation. And my clothes just wasn't fitting right. I'm like, this is not it. Like, okay, I gotta make some adjustments. Like my confidence was still there because I'm a confident person, but I just was like, in the back of my mind, like, you gotta get some. So I kept saying I was gonna work out, and then once I finally got a gym membership, I fucking got pregnant again. So it was just like, are you kidding me? Like, it's no way. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what the hell?
Shit.
It was
I'm
wild,
never going to get that body back.
Yes, literally. So I was just like, okay, fuck it. So while I was pregnant, though, I was just telling myself, like, okay, enjoy this, because after this, you're going to get your money back. Like, you got to go hard after this. I just told myself that, like, I'm going to just go hard. After I had him, I breastfed, and breastfeeding actually like keeps weight off.
Really?
So I didn't gain a lot of normally right after you have a baby, you know, a lot of people be like, this is baby weight. Yeah. Because you do normally get you have that extra weight on you after you have a kid. And I breastfed my first son, but I didn't strictly breastfeed. He still drank formula.
Ah, okay.
And that was the difference. When you breastfeed, I don't know, it's just like, it just makes you lose weight.
Really?
So
okay.
I never really gained a lot of weight after I had my second son. After I had Champ, I was just like, I was a decent size, and the weight was staying off. So I was like, okay, now all I got to do is keep it off. It's different trying to lose it versus keeping it off. Yep. So I actually was just on Instagram. I was selling Herbalife. You know me, it's always some money somewhere.
Herbalife.
Yeah. So I was serving Herbalife. I was selling Herbalife, and then. Really, it's nothing bad about Herbalife. It was just too much preparation. I had to make a lot of shakes. I had to make the teas. So it was just a lot of prep, a lot of preparation. And I was following some of my homegirls that I went to college with, and they were selling a TLC product, which is now what I sell. They were selling the products, and I'm watching them work out every day. And I'm like, wait a minute, I ain't about to keep watching these bitches work out. I can work out too. They was at home working out. So I just, for real, it was really that, like, watching it, and then I'm like, okay, I already know I want to work out. And I tapped into, once I retired from doing hair, I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to just be a stay-at-home mom. Yeah. That's because my kids was in childcare, then their childcare closed. So then I was like, okay, I'm going to just take the road, keep my kids home. I'm going to be home with my kids all day. And their dad was working. So I'm like, I can't go to a gym. I'm going to just start. But then it helped my platform, too. So I set it in my mind, like, cool. Every day I'm going to go live and work out at 10 o'clock. That's what it is. I started going live every single day. Now my audience looking forward to me working out. Yeah. I got a business behind it. So me working out is now making people want to join my team. And it all connected the dots and the money comes. Yeah. So then I was like, shit, I started using it. I started feeling good. And I was like, oh, these work. Like, these products work. Like, and then I got him using them too. So now he uses them. And, we made it a lifestyle. It's just more about it being a lifestyle versus it being like a just a goal, a short-term goal. Like, I didn't look at it like, oh, I'm trying to get to this weight. I'm like, I want to be healthy.
That's
I'm ready to be healthy.
Wow. So what does the it's called
TLC.
So what does is it a drink?
So TLC is just like Herbalife, so it's a brand.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
health and wellness brand.
Yeah.
So we offer similar products. We do have a protein shake, but I don't use the protein shake because I don't want to gain weight.
Okay.
So we have detox teas.
That's a big thing nowadays.
Yeah.
Detox.
That's what it.
Yeah.
I know, so you know me, I'm always switching it. So we have our detox tea, and I sell mine, like I've switched it, and I sell it as trap tea, so it's called trap tea. And so I just make my own flavors, and I bottle them, and I put my own labels on them and stuff like that. So I kind of took the business and shifted it into my own thing. So it's like I'm still making the money from the company, but I sell it to my audience. I know what's appealing to my audience.
Because they buy it to you already.
Exactly. So, you know, we have products that's for feminine care, and we have products that make your pussy wet. So,
what?
You know, I was like, oh,
really?
y'all want some of this? And that's what got my audience. I know that my audience used to be talking about that. So I was like, oh, ding, ding, ding.
Wait, slow down.
Yeah.
Hold up.
We have to go out. Health and wellness.
Wait.
No.
Right, health and wellness.
The wellness
Pause,
part,
wait.
no.
We ain't gonna gloss over that one.
Yeah, so we have a
There's a
female
product
supplement.
that makes
It
a woman's
enhances.
pussy wet.
It enhances. Yes.
The wetness.
It does. It also helps with, you know, your menstrual cycle and your mood swings and all of that. But
wow,
that's what I use. Is that the key that I get my audience with? Like, y'all want to be making these weights over here?
Wow.
Yeah, we sell a lot of different products. You know, we have products for cancer patients. We have literally something for everybody. And that's why I really enjoy this business too. So for me, I don't like selling stuff just for money. I have to find a way that I really feel like I'm solving a problem. So when I tapped into this and it was something that worked for me, and then I knew that I could use it with my son. So now my kids, they take the vitamin we use. It's called Nutriverse. I don't know if you've ever heard of that. It's the orange bottle.
Sounds familiar.
It's a liquid multivitamin.
Okay.
And you know, you take a shot a day, and literally one shot is equivalent to eating 10 salads. People barely eat salads, you know?
Right.
So that's a big thing. Like,
wow.
So we take our shots of Nutriverse every day. In my house, we take our Nutriverse. You know? So once I just start taking the products, and I'm like, this really worked. To the point now, my mom is on it, my sisters are on it, you know, and it's working. So then when I started building my team, I know you didn't even ask about 360 Wealth, but
let's get into it.
yeah,
Let's
so 360 Wealth.
That's it.
So
perfect transition. I love it.
There we go.
Let's go. 360 Wealth.
Cool.
So break down 360 Wealth.
So when I joined this organization, like I said, I'm strategic about everything. I'm like, okay, what is my purpose? You know, yeah, I'm selling this, but I always have to figure out how it's going to be more than money. So for me, 360 Wealth is literally just the people who chose to sign up under me. So it's a network marketing. So,
gotcha.
You know, I sell the product. Somebody can sign up to be on my team, and then they sell the product.
Okay.
And so I do make money off of the people that's under me, but it is a small portion of their, you know. So it's
You're not
bigger
taking all their.
Yeah, it ain't like, oh, you make $100, I get 50. It ain't like that. Well,
like, oh, baby.
But
a little less than 50%.
Right. But for me, I was like, I have to make it more than just, hey, who wants to sell health and wellness? So the reason I came up with 360 Wealth, what it means is, you know, for me, I'm like, when people think of wealth, they think of money off rip. Like, people just think of money when you think of wealth. But really, wealth is just an abundance of something good. It's really just an abundance of an asset. So I was like, okay, so my team, I want my ladies, and unfortunately, my team is women. It can be men too, but it just happened to be women.
Well, your audience and demographic is largely women.
And I love my man, and there's a man that he has his team too, so I'd be like, oh, you can go on his team.
All right,
you know?
just slide you over right
here.
here.
Don't worry, we still right here.
All right, we a team, we all together.
We all a team. We got to be, trust me. No. But for real, everybody eats.
Shout out to my man. Oh, shit.
So 360 Wealth for me, I was like, okay, I want my girls to be good all the way around. So that's where 360 came in.
Nice.
So I'm like, okay, I want them to be good mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. You know, I want my girls to be good. When you're on my team, I want you to feel like you're coming into a community. You know? So I set a standard on my team. So just because you signed up under me, that don't put you on 360 Wealth.
Oh, shit.
You have to be, you know, buying a certain amount of products a month. You have to be meditating. You have to be practicing personal development. So I don't play about my team because I know that those are the things that's going to really take you to that level. You got to really tap into yourself. So to me, it's like, people be like, oh, okay, as long as I buy some detox tea, I can be on her team. No. That's not it. And I make it very clear. But that's because, once again, like we said about the coaching, you have to set a certain expectation. That's you know what I'm saying? If I let everybody that just buy a tea from me join, they're not going to take it as serious.
That's true.
You know, so in order to join TLC, you just have to buy one product. As long as you buy one product every single month, you're able to make money from the business. So they pay you. Right. However, for me, I just make my minimum 2 products. You need to buy at least 2 products. I'm like, I don't want bare minimum bitches on my team. But realistically,
always pushing the envelope.
You know, if you want some money, you gotta be using one product and you need one to sell. That's how I tell.
They say scary money don't make no money.
Scary money don't make no money. Like if you selling, like if you have faith in yourself, buying an extra product is nothing. You're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna sell that shit right when I buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you really have the mindset that I want you to have, buying that extra product is nothing because you're gonna sell it. Because you're gonna buy one, you're gonna use it, you're gonna get the results, and then you're gonna sell the next one. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it kind of gives you that extra push because now you done invested this extra money. So it's like, oh shit, let me. Yeah. You know. So I do that with a purpose. Yeah. You know, I give them recommended books to read as soon as they join. I give them recommended podcasts. So, you know, and for me, it's like I'm already a coach. I'm already teaching people how to do some shit. So if you want me, because my team, we coach them once a week. So it's like, if you want me to take my time out to coach you, you got to do something.
Right. We're just chilling here.
Yeah, show me you really taking this business serious. And it's been working out. So I have a team of about 50 people, right, that signed up under me, but only about 12 of them is in 360 Wealth. So now the ones that didn't make the cut, they like, oh shit, fuck this. Right. And it's working. Yeah. It's working. They think I'm mean at first.
What's going on over there?
I get to saying shit like, in 360 group chat, we talking about this. You know? And they get their own banners and all that. So it's just a little bit different. And I'm big on that. I'm big on building a community. And because I know that people, they join my team based off of what they see me doing. You know, people normally tap into, you know, they see I'm dedicated. They see I'm on there every day working out. They see me taking these products. So if they join my team, they already have the mindset, like, that's how I want to be. Yeah, I know that. Damn. I know that. Right. So I have to mold you into that. Like, you joining my team is not going to make you have my habits. Yeah. You know? That's true. So I have to set certain standards so that now you know, you have to do this if you want to be here. You have to do this. You know? Yeah. So
that just made me think of a question. Because like not only are you an entrepreneur, businesswoman, mother, wife, right, but now we're getting into influencer. Yeah. So now you're an influencer. You're an influencer. You're an influencer. So now, with all those hats you wear, does it ever get like, for you, like, is it like a pressure at some point? Like, do you feel pressure?
Truthfully, no.
Really?
I be hating answering them questions because I'm like, I don't want people to think I'm just saying that, but I really don't.
Like, I got this shit on lock.
I just be like, I guess
like, I do this.
It all just comes back to the brand that I've created. It's just me. Like,
your brand is you.
It's nothing that I have to do that I feel like I'm going out of character. So, you know, and I have a system with my business. So, you know, when it comes to promo, like, when I did become an influencer, though, I was like, oh, this is fun. I'm going to just have people sending me stuff all the time. Yeah. But then it did, like, I was like, oh, shit, wait. I really have to produce something. Like, I have to. But it still was smooth. Like, it was just like a little, maybe 5-10 day thing where I was like, wait a minute. this is a lot.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, boom, let me make a system for this.
Yeah.
And I had it. I told them, okay, give me 10 days. And, you know, it's just about having systems. I'm big on systems. I have strategies. So when I did tap into becoming an influencer, it was just like, my main thing was just like, I gotta make sure these people get what they pay for. Like, I really wasn't even charging at first. Like, I just had made a post like, hey, I'm looking for some businesses to work with. And then so many people DM me, and I was like, oh shit.
Like, oh.
Yeah. So I just was like, I just told them, like, you know, y'all can send me some stuff, and if I like it, I'll post it. I don't know, because I don't want to tell them, like, oh, I'm going to post it and you're going to make this much money. So I just was like, I'll post it and see how my audience reacts. Yeah. But then, shit, I posted one and they got 1,000 followers. I was like, wait, let's put a price on that.
Oh,
I was like, whoa, like, okay, I'm an influencer.
Right.
Like, I noticed, like, wait, my audience, they paying attention.
Right.
Like, I don't just have followers that's just there. Like, I have people that's actively watching. They want to see what I'm posting, you know. And it did change my perspective. I started being like, okay, I got to put a price on this. I got to post at certain times, you know, to get certain results. Yeah. And it worked out. It don't get overwhelming though, because I just close my website. I know how much I can take, you know. Yeah. And realistically, my promo is 15 to 30 seconds. So it's like, because it's a snippet, it's a reel, it's an Instagram reel.
Quick.
So it's about 30 seconds, and it's just a voiceover. Yeah. So I can do a voiceover. I go in my basement and
real quick.
The only time it gets tricky is when they send me something that I'm not doing. Like one girl sent me something for wigs, and I have my hair braided, so I'm like, I can't do your promo until I take my hair out.
Oh, right.
Like when it's something like that, or if it's a shampoo, and I'm like, I'm not about to wash my hair. Like, wait. Right. Like if it's just something like that, that's just what it is. But I communicate that. That's just good business. Communicate. Hey, girl, I got my hair braided right now. I gotta wait. Yeah. I'll send your product back, or how you want to do this. Right. I just communicate, and all they can do is say, I'm gonna wait, or send me my shit back. Okay.
Right. So. That's good. Your social media accounts have grown at a high, rapid rate very quickly.
Very fast.
Like exponentially. Yeah.
And
it's scary fast. Like, how the fuck? Like, you'll look like one day, and then like the next day, you're like, how did she? Wait, no, for real. Was it like? Didn't she just hold up?
Like, I remember when people was messaging me like, what the fuck, you're at 20K? Then they messaged me back like, well, you're at 30. I'm like, y'all keeping track of my followers too? Like, but then I started being like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
did that that catch you off guard? Like, whoa,
1,000%.
Like, now where is this coming from?
That is what I would say was unexpected. So I wasn't really looking for the followers. Like, to me, I was so tunnel vision on the business side. Like, I just want to make this much money. I just want to, like, I wasn't like, let me think of how I can grow my social media. I just really wasn't. Even when I started tapping into being a business coach, I wasn't tapping into showing you how to grow your social media. I was showing you how to just structure your business. Yeah. So when the followers start coming, they came from the voiceovers. So what happened was I was joking the voiceovers. This is what happened.
Who would do?
This is what happened. I did it on TikTok. I made the voiceover on TikTok because they told me like that's where you gotta do voiceover. So I just did it. I posted it, and I just went to sleep. And I woke up and I had 10,000 followers on TikTok. It was the weirdest shit in the world. I didn't even look at the followers. Like, I went to TikTok because I didn't have my notifications on. So I just opened the app and I noticed that I had hella notifications. Like, I never have notifications on TikTok. So I was like, what is this? And I went to my page and it had 10,000. I was like, hey, look at this shit. This was a video from last night. So, like, that was just like, okay. And then the next day, so when I saw that, I was like, okay, they like it. I gotta keep doing it. So I pushed out like 3 voiceovers. I wasn't fucking around. I'm like, this is what y'all want.
I'm gonna hop on this momentum while it's hot.
Then I jumped to like 50,000. Like, I got to 50,000 on TikTok within like a week. It was the craziest shit in the world. Nice. I got to 10K overnight. So it was like, whoa. But it was just like, okay. And then Instagram was growing, but just at a slower rate. So, like, even right now, I got like 180,000 on TikTok. The TikTok is just, I don't know, that shit just grow. And then like Instagram, I got about 60K. So just like on Instagram, my main focus was Instagram though. Like I was using TikTok, but TikTok is a lot of kids. Yeah. So I was leveraging the TikTok. That's what I was doing. So like I would put in there like, come to my Instagram. I was doing that because I'm like, I don't really care for TikTok. I knew that wasn't gonna bring a lot of money because there's so many kids there. Yeah. But I knew also that the people that was really interested in the products would come to Instagram. Like they gonna do the research and read the caption. They gonna come. So it did start to bring it. Then Instagram just started growing, and I was just like, I don't know. I really wasn't looking for that. I wasn't looking for my Instagram to grow. It just happened. I was just like, hey, look. Then I started just being like, cool, I'm gonna get 10,000 by this day. And like the voiceovers took it over the top. Like I was just doing them cooking videos, and I was growing about 1,000 every about week. And then when I did the voiceovers, I was getting 1,000 a day. Like it was the craziest shit. I would just refresh. But then this is where I fucked up. This is why this was like a turning peak in my business. It was around like April. I started being like, okay, these voiceovers is cool, the followers is cool, but I really don't know how this is going to bring in the money. Like, it was like, okay, that's all fun and games, but okay, where's the money?
Right. So, okay.
Like, okay,
how can I convert this to dollars?
Yeah. So what I did was, I did start selling the seasoning. So I sell seasoning.
Oh, shit.
It's called trap seasoning.
Yeah, and I
forgot about that. I do.
Trap seasoning.
Yeah. So I have seasoning.
You do.
I know. That is crazy.
You're going to have your whole line of sneakers out soon.
Okay.
Trap sneakers.
Trap kicks.
Trap kicks.
Trap runners.
Right, trap runners.
But
Fitness apparel.
It was crazy. I'm like, how am I going to bring this audience and turn it into money? But that's when I invested in myself. I was like, okay, I gotta figure this business shit out. Yeah. I went to some classes. I went to Coach Stormy. She had a class. And that's like she make $1 million a month. So she's amazing. She's in TLC too. So I tapped into her once I joined TLC. She make the most money in TLC. She makes $1 million a month.
Golly.
Yeah.
How is she doing that?
Okay.
Systems.
So that's why I paid to go to her shit. I said, oh, she knows something I don't know. Right. So I went to her class. She had a class in Miami. I went to her class, and Grant Cardone actually ended up coming. Hey. Because he fucked
Everybody
with her.
knows that guy.
Everybody knows what Grant Cardone.
Yeah.
So he actually fucked with her so hard that he came to her event and spoke. So it was just like a blessing in disguise, because not only did I get her knowledge, but I got to listen to Grant Cardone. Like, he ended up taking over the event. He surprised her. He popped up at her event. Wow. So it's like I got knowledge directly from him, and I know that really changed my business.
That's dope.
That's where I get that, like, you got to know your purpose and you got to know who your audience is, because they really taught me that, and it was like, that's what changed my business. It made me realize, like, oh, these voiceovers are my audience. Because I was just like, I don't sell food. How the fuck is this my audience? Right. But, my audience is really just women that I relate to. That's really who my audience is. And then the money comes with it, because realistically, it's like, everybody that follows you on social media not going to be a customer. Right. So you have to figure out, what is it that they want to follow you for? It ain't going to just be whatever you selling. It has to be more, Yeah. So then that's when I started realizing, like, oh, it's people that's in relationships that follow me. Oh, it's people that got businesses. It's people that's, it's different people that follow me for different reasons. And the food is just simply that category. It's just the people that smoke weed. It's the people that's in relationships. They love that I smoke soda to show that blunt. And they love that I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about my man. So once I learned that, because I stopped doing voiceovers, and my social media, I lost followers. Like, my shit started going down. Like, for 2 months, my social media, I couldn't get it to grow. And I'm like, damn, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm still creating content, but I stopped doing the voiceovers because I was just like, I feel like I'm just doing it just to please the people. I don't like doing shit that ain't, I don't like pleasing the people. I like, it gotta be a two-way street. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I'm just doing voiceovers. Because then
you'll be a slave to them.
Exactly. It's my business.
Right. I don't work for y'all.
Yeah, hell no. So I had to figure out, like,
think it's just entertainment, fun and games.
Money. Right. So then I found out a way to just, like, bring it all in.
Oh.
And so now I brought back the voiceovers, but I just don't do the cooking part as much. Yeah. So I still can do voiceovers. I still do voiceovers, but I just incorporated into other shit. So when I do promo and I just do it on other. I just had to bring a different approach.
Yeah.
So now my social media was literally stuck. I kid you not. Like I had got to 58,000 and my shit just stopped and just went backwards. Like I was just watching it every day go down and down. And I'm like,
oh shit.
Okay, what the fuck am I gonna do? And I went and took that class. And then I just started investing in myself, taking a bunch of different classes because I'm like, okay, if I'm teaching social media, I have to know,
get the knowledge.
you know. But then I also realized, like, God always works how He's supposed to. So now I can tell people, I know how to switch from losing followers to because I went from that to, you know, I was at 58K last Tuesday. So now I just gained I done gained 4,000 followers in like 7-8 days. So I put the strategy, I got a strategy, I applied that shit and it worked. Yeah. So now I'm like, here we go again. I got something else to teach the people. So every time I go through some shit that feel like, oh my God, I just find a solution. And that's what people need to do.
Find solutions.
When you back against the wall, find a solution. My shit started dropping. I knew I was a business coach. I figured out what I needed to do to get it to go back up.
That's hard.
Now I know I'm gonna be at 100K real soon. Y'all might watch this and go to my page and be like, "Damn, she wasn't playing. She got 100K."
Right. By the time this come out, you
for real. I had got 50,000 followers in like
crazy.
2 months, like a month and a half. Like my shit was spiking so fast when I started doing the voiceover. So now I kind of lean. I just do more coaching. I just show like family and coaching and like business advice, and I don't do as much as the food, but I still talk about sex. Still talk about
like it's still there, y'all.
It's still there.
Just not at that rate.
Yeah, I don't do all. I don't take it as far.
This ain't the fucking clown show.
Yeah, I gotta be like that.
I am a person.
Yeah, I'm like, I ain't here.
I do some real shit.
Okay, for real. I got something to offer.
Right.
Because that was the thing. I know that you had asked that earlier. Like, if people was on break, what you were saying, like, if people kind of get a different, like, they look at me a little bit different because of my voiceover.
Yeah.
People do. Not really. Like, once you tap into me, you be like, oh, this girl got some sense. Like, this bitch really smart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you just listen to one of my voiceovers and you just go to my page, like, people would do that and just comment some bullshit. Like,
he said, who's over? He said you blocked over. Like, they're close to 70 to 100 people.
If I could see the amount, I know it's over 100 people blocked. It's to the point that my followers know. Like, somebody get on there and they comment some shit like, "Oh, you got dick sucking lips." My followers will literally comment like, "Block." They already know I'm about to block them. I'll be like, "Y'all already know." Like, get off of my shit.
Good Lord.
But I also know the type of content I put out. So sometimes I just be like,
you can expect that's going to come. Yeah.
Some shit people say, I'm just like, this is a part of entertainment. But you got to have tons of keys.
Right. Yep.
They be like, why do he want you? You are so unladylike. They be like, your man is too fine for you. They be saying some crazy stuff. I be like, girl, you single. It's okay. You wish you was getting that dick. I just go back with I don't be caring.
Would you say you get as much hate as you get love?
I think I get more love than hate. I remember you asked me that in the first one too.
Yeah.
And same answer. I think I get more love.
It hasn't changed.
People gone.
Because now you're at a different status.
Yeah.
Like
I feel like
your level up game is strong.
Yeah. I can't agree. No. No, but I don't feel like I get a lot of hate. I think
them haters is there.
I think people hate on the low. Like they hate.
They won't say it directly.
Exactly. And the people that do, it be like, it don't be facts, so I don't care. Like they'll say some weird shit that's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Like they'll be like, oh, you on welfare. I'm like, oh. Like I don't care. Like normally it's not something that I really care about. The what they say be so dumb.
Yeah.
I just don't care about people's opinion. Like I don't give a fuck. People can say some of the most hurtful shit and I'll be like, oh. Like I don't care. And I be trying to tell people that like you shouldn't really care about what people think.
People are invested in that shit.
And that's something with social media. Like social media, and I try to use my platform. I try to stay very humble. I try to make people feel like I'm just a normal person because people really do like they see followers and think like different of you. I tell my I'd be out of town or something and I hear people like that's the girl from TikTok, that's the girl. I'd be like, hey, Like, hey girl, you gotta whisper.
Get
like,
recognized.
Yeah, and it is dope though. Cause I'm like, oh, they talking about me. If we at Kroger's or something, we'll be shopping like, baby, they talking about me. Like, I hear them behind me like, but people always, one thing that people always do is like, anytime I go to the mall, I kid you not, anytime especially Easton, every time I get to the car, somebody DM me like, I just saw you at the store. I'd be like, why didn't you say something to me? Like,
yeah, they had this perception of you.
Yeah, they'd message me like, I just saw you. I was nervous. My hair wasn't done. I'm like, okay, shit, mine ain't done. Right. You know, I just be like, girl, you should have said something. I would have took a picture.
Oh,
so I tried to like,
be personal.
I don't want people to, because to me, followers don't mean shit. It just mean that people know who you are. Like, that's how I look at it. It's just like, I don't know. It is a mind.
But they feel like, because with your social media, they feel like they're part of your life now because you put that out there. It's like your own little reality.
It's like they my homegirl.
Yeah, like
and I call them and I'm like, homegirl.
Yeah.
And that's what I want. I don't want people to feel like they looking at me and they wish they could live that lifestyle. You know, I mean, granted, as far as like the love, I like to just show like I'm regular. I love my man. I love my kids. Yeah. You know, I like to show that I smoke weed while I cook. Like, this is regular shit, y'all. So I would rather people look at it like motivation more than just like, oh my gosh, she got all this designer shit and I wish that I could do that. You know, I don't want it to look like that. Yeah. Even though people still do. Like, people will comment some shit like, I wish I had your life. I'm like, no, you don't. You just wish you probably had a man that love you or something, but you don't want my life. Right. Like, you don't even know what I go through, you know? Yeah. So I try my best to just be very personable. You know, when people hit me up, every time somebody DM me, I respond. And they be like, I can't believe you respond. I'm like, why? You DM me? I just be like, you know my messages. Unless it's something that's literally like, get the fuck out of my messages. But when people message me like, hey, you motivate me, I be like, thanks, girl. Don't you quit doing what you're doing. I always respond. Like,
oh shit, she responded back?
Every time. Like, oh, you really message me back? I'm like, yeah.
Hey. It's me.
Sometimes I send a voice memo because just to kind of hype them up. I'm like, hey girl.
That's dope.
So I try to definitely be just personable with my audience. Yeah. And then as soon as they want to start a business, they naturally come to me. Mm-hmm. So I don't try to be so salesy. Yeah. I like to have a relationship. You know, sit down. I'll just get on live and smoke a blunt. Like, what's up, y'all? I'll be like, roll up with me, y'all, and just talk. Yeah. And people, that's where people fuck up with social media. It's just, they think it's just always, you gotta sell something. Build an audience that feel like they fuck with you. Yeah, that's all. And then as soon as you bring something to them, they ready to buy it. Yeah. Like, when I drop this book tonight, they gonna be like, ooh.
They're not TrapAcademy.com. Y'all tap in.
TrapAcademy.net.
There we go. TrapAcademy.net.
I don't know why I got .net. I think that's what it was available.
But yeah. All right, I think we hit it all, man.
This was great.
We hit it all. Wow.
2 hours.
Yeah. Talk about, man, two years ago. Woo.
That is crazy. Hella growth. I have to compare the old video to this video.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's a lot different. My whole demeanor probably different.
It probably is. If you go back and watch it, see a completely different person.
Yeah. Crazy. Definitely though, like, just mentally I was a different person. I know.
Yeah. At the time, like, you had your son and all that stuff. I was flooded and shit.
Yeah, it was all type of shit going on.
But one thing that is always that I've noticed is consistent about you is that you always are consistent no matter what the fuck is happening going on in your life.
And I push that. Yeah. Like, anybody that copes with me, that's probably the most annoying thing is that I'm like, where's you at? Yeah. Where are you at? You were supposed to post today at 10 o'clock. Like, right. I don't play around. Yeah. But I am an example. You know, I set the example as well. Yeah. So I praise what I preach. There you go. So I do set that example.
That's all right. Rrari the coach, everybody. Yes. What else more needs to be said?
We gave y'all a lot. Y'all know
a lot of game, a lot of gems. Hopefully y'all, if y'all haven't seen the first episode, which she's on the show the first time, hopefully y'all know and feel and just realize, like, yes, she's a real person.
I'm cool.
Right.
All I want to do is smoke weed, suck a little dick, cook a little food, be a mom, teach you a little song. All of that.
There you go. That's right.
This is great.
Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm pretty sure the listeners enjoyed it. Hopefully we got some people fired up.
Yes.
Ready to change their lives.
Yes.
Ready to not only get out of that slave mentality, the 9 to 5 mentality, realize that you can do that shit. Like you said, like the moment you got that idea, start working on that shit. Start creating a plan.
There's a reason you thought that thought.
Right. You also get your health right.
Yes.
Your wellness. Ladies,
That's
you
right.
get your pussy wetter.
I should have bought some products like it.
Oh yeah, what have been doing?
I probably do got some NutriBurst. Let me show y'all. This is real business.
Whatever you got.
I'm gonna leave him some
Show the
NutriBurst, y'all.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm gonna make him take his multivitamin.
Yeah.
Look, you always gotta have your product.
What we got here? What's
I got
that?
you a sample of NutriBurst.
NutriBurst.
I really didn't bring this for him. But
Oh.
he
Okay.
So here you go. This your 10 salads. It's 20 salads actually, because that's 2 shots.
So
you
this whole
take
thing
half.
is 20. Oh, half. Don't the whole thing.
That's 2 shots, so you drink half
Half of it.
one
Okay.
day, then half the other day. Put it in
Okay.
the fridge.
Put it in the fridge. Okay.
No, but yeah, that's a liquid multivitamin.
Nice. Y'all see that? I mean, just
Look
camera
at
here.
that,
Boom.
You got a sample.
I can't wait to try it. Dope. Where can people get this at again?
In my bio, everything in my
Just
bio.
just go to.
Trust me.
Yeah, just go to.
I got a link
everything.
tree, and then you gonna get everything.
There you go. That's the easy way to find it.
Yeah.
Tell them again where they can find you at, connect with you at. Tell them about the course again.
Yes.
People who's fired up, ready to like jump on the change your life train.
Yes. Y'all can
Plug
find
away.
me, Rrari Coach, the Coach, DA.
There you go.
I had to let y'all know where I'm from. Nah. Rrari Coach. My social media is Rrari_2X. That's for Rrari without the fur. So just RRARI_2X.
It'll be a link in the description of this episode
Okay.
if you hard at spelling.
Okay.
if y'all didn't catch that.
It is a bit much. People
It is.
still misspell it. Even
It's a
I try to
tricky
say
name.
it like 10 days. It's the double R. It's
That's
the
what
RR.
it is.
I know.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But Rrari_2X. Yes, my business is Tribe Academy. That's my online school. It just dropped on June 9th. However, my masterclass is dropping on July 1st. It'll be a 6-module class, running your business, mastering your business from start to finish.
Nice.
Everything you need to know about business. $1,500.
Hey.
So we take title loans. No, I'm joking.
Put your car set up for collateral.
No, but we do have payment plans as low as like $250 to get you in the class. You get the full access, pre-recorded, and then you get once a week with me, live coaching, guaranteed to take your business to the next level. Guaranteed.
Oh.
And then 360 Love. Get your mind right, get your body right, get your soul, your spirit, get everything right. Okay, while you can.
Exactly.
So fuck with your girl. And fuck with my dog at the Cloth Talk podcast.
Hey, appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This is my
Of
second time
course.
on the podcast.
Second time on.
First time I reached out. Second time he reached
Yeah.
out. See how that networking went?
Yeah, gotta keep relationships.
Yes.
You make relationships, you keep them,
Yes.
you maintain them.
Works out.
Exactly. Y'all heard what she said? Like she said, follow her, change your life.
Yeah.
You know, get motivated, and also get a little entertainment.
Definitely get some entertainment.
That's right.
I can see trying to get a man, keep a man, all that.
Oh man,
I
I love it. This has been another episode of Cloth Talk Podcast. Make sure you go ahead and follow Rrari on all the social media platforms. Tap in with her. Like, subscribe, comment it on this episode. Share with your friends. You know, fuck with the buttons.
Okay, tap all that shit.
Hit them all the buttons.
All that.
All right. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.